And also new tonight, Houston leaders are delaying a vote on a proposed homeless center east of downtown. The delay comes after a meeting about the so-called superhub erupted in shouting tonight. The proposed facility would sit along Emancipation Avenue near Shell Stadium. People live nearby who say they don't want it there. ABC 13 Shannon Ryan joins us live east of downtown with the back and forth on this one. Shannon.
Eric, well, I've been given different reasons as to why this was yanked from City Council's agenda, but several sources tell me the decision was made because of this public pushback. And so the meeting this evening could take place. Residents say it was only scheduled once they spoke up. They say they weren't notified about this by city officials, several calling their actions, quote, sneaky.
This facility, it's less than 5-minute walking distance from a middle school.
That was the primary question East End residents had Tuesday night.
There's going to be curfews. It's not coming up.
About what city officials have dubbed a homeless super hub they're working to open along Emancipation Avenue.
Downtown and East End, Edo, and Midtown have been ground zero for our homeless. We had limited funds, so we said, let's focus on the most impacted area first.
Houston Public Safety Director Larry Satterwhite says the 24/7 facility will serve those who would typically be turned away from other shelters for conditions like severe mental illness, substance abuse, and criminal records.
I'm concerned for my safety.
Cassie Batson owns a condo down the street from the site, which is just steps from Shell Stadium.
I just think it's a really bad location.
She and her neighbors question why it was selected ahead of the World Cup.
And it seems contradictory to what the government's been doing. Right?
Elizabeth Spivey says her family is considering moving if the shelter opens and worries about how it will impact their condo's value.
I think it comes down to it, I have a 5-year-old daughter, right? We're going to do what's most important for her.
Director Satterwhite says HPD will coordinate with nearby law enforcement entities to increase patrols. This was his response when I asked if money had been earmarked for associated overtime.
By taking a lot of our people who are suffering on the streets off the streets, every day that they are drawing on police services.
The city plans to pay $16 million for the site. That's more than $9 million higher than its HCAT appraisal.
Building is ready for us to move into. There are 225 beds there. There's a security system there. There's a top flight kitchen there. Is it more than I wanted to pay? Absolutely. It absolutely is. But this is what it took to get this property today, not going to somebody else.
Now, as for actually running this shelter, city officials expect that could cost up to $14 million a year. They plan to initially bankroll it with one-time federal disaster funds linked to Hurricane Beryl and the derecho. Beyond that, they're still trying to piece a plan together. This is scheduled to come back up for a vote before City Council next week. Sources tell me they do expect it will be approved. If that happens, the city is aiming to have this open within the first quarter of next year. Live in the East End, Shannon Ryan, sending it back to you in studio.